All right, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. So if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know we do a lot of shipping. And so far this year, we've run a bunch of auctions, and each auction, there's an average of about 60 to 100 packages that need to be shipped out. I haven't been taking it as serious as I should have been, but I just got the upgrade that's gonna change the game completely. Check this out. And take two, check this out. Dun dun. The ultimate claim. Stay till the end of the video and I reveal personal insight into our business and how we've remained self-employed for the last 6+ years. You'll get a glimpse into the inner workings of everything we got going on, and you might just walk away with something that could help your own business or even your life. Enjoy. Here we are in Mission Control. This is the heartbeat. It seems crazy because it's just a garage. But this is the heartbeat of our YouTube channel. At this point in the stage that we're in, ever since we had Finn, I didn't want, well, both me and Sammy together made a decision that we didn't want to be sitting in front of technology, phones, computers, at least not for hours at a time in front of her. So I started editing in here, and I actually have become much more interested in having a nice area like this to edit than just editing on couches or a chair in there at the kitchen table, in the bed, wherever I was editing before. I mean, editing on the sofa is fine. This is definitely a better situation. Here's how it runs down, basically. I'll give you guys a little insight into the importance of each aspect of the business. So most importantly is to make enough money so that I can spend more time with Finn and be present and around more for her and Sammy than I would at a normal job, while at the same time making at least the same amount or more than I would. So basically freeing up time where I don't have someone telling me when and where to go and what I have to do for work every day. That's the most important. Second most important is the YouTube channel. I know that people can get confused about what we actually do, but the main thing that I'm interested in doing is just continuously making YouTube videos. YouTube videos come second. Family time, YouTube videos, or other types of content, maybe Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook content, that kind of stuff. And then recently, for the business aspect, the auctions have been really good to sell the items that we get, to make money, and to have another way of producing content that's outside of YouTube. So on the Drip auction platform. Thirdly, which was second for a while, is product placement in our videos. So companies reach out to us, they ask us if we want to review a product or show a product in our videos. I see what the product is first, and if it's something that fits organically into our channel or something that I can personally use, I'll usually say yeah. A lot of times they will pay some type of fee, but it just all depends on what it is, how it benefits the business, how I can use it. So today, this office chair that I have is Flexi Spot. This desk over here, which is totally cluttered and needs to be cleaned off, is a Flexi Spot. This is a Flexi Spot shelf, so is that. So this company we've been working with for a while. And today we're gonna add an additional Flexi Spot piece to the collection. Why did I lose? Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna try to do, that was really loud actually. What I'm gonna try to do is organize this stuff differently so that the desk can actually go right here. It's gonna make it a whole lot easier, but here it is, look. All the boxes are right here on the porch. Flexi Spot, that's the desk model. And it's gonna be not just one-sided desk, it's gonna go both ways. So I'm gonna hopefully put this together today. This could be an immense project. That's why I haven't gotten into it yet, but this has been sitting here for about 5 days, and it's time to put it together and put it to use. So let's do it. Why these are so heavy is just blowing my mind, but the first thing I got to do is unbox all this. team lift. No joke. This is everything laid out, and it does look pretty simple right now, but it actually is slightly complicated to put these things together. It'll take a minute. Here's where I'm gonna hopefully put it, right here, and it'll be blocking the door a little bit, but that's fine. I don't use this door that often. And then I'll have to resituate where I want to put the couch and everything else after, because I don't use the couch either that much, just to put stuff on, and Butter sleeps on it obviously, and Rue, but if I move it somewhere else, they still will use it anyway. But the top of the desk determines how far we got to extend it. So we need to open these and see what it looks like. This one's made out of bamboo, like the bamboo at your crib.
You can use either one.
I don't know what's in there. Should we open it?
Yeah. Where's that knife at?
No.
None of them?
I saw the couple.
Original?
The
With Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, the best one.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it's the best one.
It is the best one. In the Hood, it's like more of a comedy. They all kind of comedies, you know?
In the Hood's like kind of newer though, right?
It's newer, but it's old.
See, what is this for? Now I'm tripping.
And why are there holes in it?
Because that's where it screws in.
Okay.
See all this packing stuff though? I'll use this to ship stuff.
Yeah.
Because that ain't bad. I guess just bring that out of the pack at least.
I guess you could use either one.
Or both maybe, right?
Well, yeah, because...
Just to see, right? Because this is probably the bigger one.
That one?
Yeah, because look how much the box is bigger, right?
The box is bigger, yeah.
I honestly have no idea.
Let me leave this up.
They do pack this nice so it doesn't get wrecked up.
That,
Okay, so this will go across.
That looks like more like bamboo than that.
They're the same, I think. Here, grab this so I can just pull this out of here.
Yeah. I'll line it up right now and tell you. This one's wider, I think.
So that'll go on the long area. So what I'm saying is where the screw marks are,
Yeah.
to attach this determines how far the extension goes in the middle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what we should have been doing from the beginning.
Okay.
All right, we moved to a flatter workspace. It's way crazy over in the yard. Trying to figure out if this fits.
This thing's crazy in general.
I feel like that's exactly what it is. Yeah. So basically what it is, the desk has multiple different tops you can put on it. And ours is the bamboo one. They sent us the real nice top, as you can see. So the screws actually meet up differently depending on which top you have. So this bar allows this to flow freely so that, say, I can meet up the screws there and here. Well, I'll do those after, but the ends here on this side, there's holes, and here on this side, there's holes. Once I get that screwed in, I'll know the right placement of the tabletop, and then I'll be able to fasten it to the other areas. I think this is coming along now. We'd had to take a little intermission, but we're back on it. And then that one should go there. After much trial and error, I'm ready to just put the desk right here. Okay, so this is an intricate system here. Not too crazy, but you can see how each one of these connects so that the whole table can lift up. This is actually the most perfect shipping setup I could ever have asked for. 1, 2, and then this is the third. Okay, that took way longer than I needed to, but it's good now. Everything's in place. Let's see the final solution here. This is going to be the shipping table of my dreams. Oh, this just changed my entire shipping operation. Just like that. You can't be serious. This is so nice. Wow. This is actually a game changer. The shipping workstation has never been this good ever before. FlexiSpot work like new. They ain't kidding. Look at this. Can bring it down, bring it up. This is pretty much the perfect level to just ship packages. I can keep all my boxes and supplies underneath here. The Crow Cream thing just chilling under there, and in the back it's filled with all the stuff that the desk was shipped in, which I can use for shipping. All the items that I'm getting ready to ship I can set on this one, which also goes up and down. And then the couch doesn't really take up much room because it's kind of chilling underneath here anyway. So this would be like a $3,500 studio loft in New York City right now. Probably more than that. Sleep right here. Like, imagine you could live in here. Fridge is over there. But no, this is just the shipping station, my station for editing. Once I organize all that, I could break down this and get rid of it, but right now we're looking good. Took longer than it should have, meaning like I didn't get any shipping done today, but I am still going to do some tonight. I just got to go to the grocery store first, come back, and then it's on, and then all day tomorrow. All right, and take two. Check this out. Dun dun. The ultimate claim. Here is the new shipping setup, the best shipping setup we've ever had. Okay, I know I was making it into a dramatization and making it so much more crazy than it needs to be, but having a clean, useful shipping center for the auctions is really important for the business. So behind me, we have the FlexiSpot desk that also goes up and down. Like, look. And that's going to be the command center for the scale, and next to it, the label printer. And then I can put the computer from here, where I edit my YouTube videos on this desk over here, to the shipping center, plug it in, and it's ready to go. And I got all the stuff I need right there. And then if I switch gears back over to here, I have the most beautiful bamboo top to desk that goes in an L shape, and I can have all my packing stuff underneath that side, underneath this side. Obviously I have a stroller and some other stuff, because when you have a baby you just need storage. Everything that I need to ship all the packages is right here in this garage. So you don't have to get crazy. You don't need a warehouse to ship items. I do have another shed out back where I keep the items before, and then after the auction, if I post stuff to the auction, I'll store it in the shed. But that shed was about $5,000. So if you work your business up, almost anyone with a yard can buy a shed and put it in their yard. So I guess the entire business is basically this garage and the one shed out back. And then we use the gazebo to run the last auction, but I'm not sure if we're going to do that again for the St. Patty's Day auction, or if we're going to do it in here in the garage, depending on weather. I wanted to add too, so our next drip auction is going to be the 14th. I know that I had it scheduled for the 16th, and that's what I said before, but we're actually going to do it on a Thursday, the 14th of March, 3 p.m. and we're gonna run it at least to 6 p.m., probably to like 7 or 8 p.m., but at least a 3-hour auction, and there will be a gnarly giveaway. If not one big giveaway, then 2 big giveaways. So be there. All you got to do is be there to win, and yeah, sign up for it. But since I've been dropping the ball on this, I wanted to do this yesterday, but it took me a lot longer to set up everything in the garage. than I initially thought. I'm going to get all this stuff from the shed, bring it in here, and then continue shipping. So scale, computer hooks into the thermal printer. You can do it wirelessly, but this is simple. So this is all you need to ship the packages. Well, to make, you know, the weight and the label and everything right here. And all of the packages come up on drip. Who bought it? Easy. And ship it right from there. Then over here is my editing headquarters. So this is where I edit. I've edited probably the last like 25 YouTube videos right here in this seat with the FlexiSpot office chair, which has tons of back support, and I need that. I'm somebody who actually needs that. And then here's the shipping setup. So it's all encompassing in this garage. And then I think that running a business out of your house can be frowned upon. I'm not really sure why it would be, or some people just think that it's not as easy as it actually is. But if you have a single car garage, I could do everything I need to do in that garage. Say I got rid of everything in the garage that wasn't for the business, anything personal, the skateboards, anything, the stroller, all that stuff, Christmas decorations, and put it somewhere else. That garage is big enough to do everything I need to do for my auctions and make about, selling wise, like gross income from the auctions. The way that I've been doing it, I could make anywhere from $3,000 to like $7,000. Obviously not all profit, but if I can do that on the few amount of auctions I run per month, somebody who's really interested in doing auctions could make way more than that, I think. And then this is the second part, and I've worked hard to get this all in order, but this is it right here. This is the second most important part. Everything that's on that table needs to be brought in and shipped, and some of the stuff on the ground as well. If this shed was organized, I shouldn't say perfectly, but very organized, much more than it was right now, and the garage was organized better, this would be an extremely smooth operation. Very easy to do. It's just a lot of work, like anything. But all right, let's ship this stuff. See how cool this is, where you can just lift this up to a more proper setting where it's easier to just ship, so I don't have to bend down. And if a box is bigger, I can lower it. For shipping though, I'm not sure these are marketed for shipping, but these tables are absolutely beautiful for shipping. If you want to edit standing up, if you want to make music, or even a DJ could use this to put all their equipment on, so it's however high they want it. So straight up, I just using the packaging supplies that came with the desk, so just recycling them right away. So big package going out to Judith. She ordered 4 different lots from this auction, and an item that I forgot to send to her last time is in here as well. So I did say we sold 60 to 90 items per auction. This time we sold 94 lots. So not just single items. Some of them are single items like this, just one thing, but others are, see this lot right here? $14, so 14 items. And this, it's like 10. This is like 8. So we probably actually sold around 1,000 items, which is a lot to ship. Takes forever. Getting through some of the shipping here. Got this pile here, pile over there, and then a bunch in the car already. But I just wanted to do this shout out to the bag lady. She bought everything in this pile. So that's one of the cool things about these auctions. A lot of times, well actually she did not buy this, but all this. That it's almost the same people coming to the auction and they buy majority of the items. Appreciate all the sales, obviously. Even if someone buys one thing, I still appreciate you coming to the auction, bidding, buying, and I'm all about it. But it's just cool to see the same people come back time after time and buy. Like the bag lady bought more than one item, I think, every time we did an auction. Shout out to her, appreciate it. Getting all the stuff shipped out. So this was all one buyer, everything on the table. So I think it's like 29 or 30 items, or lots of items. So shout out to Matt and Dawn for always coming through to the auction and always buying a lot of stuff. We appreciate it so much. Legit epic. So I wanted to do like a little tip. I guess it wouldn't be like a tip really, but so I got a storage unit before and there was like 40 sheets in the storage unit, like a huge box, and they're all washed, they're clean. But what I've been doing is literally, I mean, it's kind of wasteful, but I don't really know who would use the sheets anyway. but I've been just cutting the sheets up and wrapping comic books, stacks of comic books in the sheets, putting them in with the packing so that it just protects the comic books. I'll show you guys right now. Yeah, so quite literally every single thing here was all bought by Matt and Dawn. Everything here. Epicness. I mean, this whole box is going to be filled up with goodies. Craziness. What also I'll do is put items in boxes inside of boxes. So there's 2 book lots in that box, but it just keeps them compact and in one place and safer to ship. And then I'll put the box in another box, and maybe even another box in another box in another box. Protective packaging, basically. Been a little bit of time since we did the auction, and all of the packages are ready to ship. 94 different lots of items, so like 500 items basically. So this is all stuff that's got to go to UPS, and then everything back there is going here to the US Post Office. So if you have an account on Pirate Ship or Drip, it'll give you options of what your lowest shipping will be. Thankfully on Drip, they only charge the person like $4 or $5 for their first item, and then every additional item is 50 cents. And then if I have to pay extra to ship those items, they actually reimburse me for the shipping. So awesome for the buyer who pays less in shipping than they would on any other site. I don't think that there's a better situation out there for the buyer. And also all these items are bought under the cost, under the value of what they actually are. So good for me to liquidate items and get more items so I can keep selling. Good for the buyer, low shipping and cheap items. Mostly everything we sell starts at like $1. But yeah, gotta take it in. Post office time.
You ever seen the cart narc?
You're gonna get some spoonies in your ass.
Hell yeah.
The cart narc on where? On YouTube?
Yeah.
And then what, when you leave carts around, he like...
Yeah, he's sitting there waiting with a camera going, what are you doing? Are you leaving that cart?
I don't know. I mean, I usually put them back, but I've left them before, I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone has in their lifetime.
These are so crazy, this packages. So we gotta ship all these.
So right now.
So they have a UPS in the Staples. That's where I drop off my UPS. These boxes are like 700 pounds, some of them.
That one dude bought a lot of comic stuff.
Yeah, the biggest one yet, I still didn't even pack yet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's all together in one lot, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't found like a box that's right for it.
Can we put it in here?
I think so, maybe. Hey, can I just put it in there? And it might not. Yeah. In the UP. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, thank you. When I started making this video, I didn't know at first that it was going to snowball into a video about how I run my business, how the business has been run in 2024. It's the middle of March now, or about a third of March is done. So we've had January, February. Yeah, it kind of just, the video grew and took a form of its own. So now I'm going to give more insight into our business, more insight into how I've been able to make money being self-employed for the last 5 to 6 years and not work for anybody else. I think that's a goal of a lot of people in America, at least, and definitely other places in the world as well. There's nothing wrong with working for a company or being employed by a company. It's probably less stressful for most people. I'm just saying, for me personally, I love the ability to be my own boss. So hopefully this video has helped, or will help some people at least understand what we do. And then second, to maybe be inspired to go out and do something that they want to do that could be similar. All this stuff I'm going to say here at the end of the video might actually be important for you guys. I don't know. Or it could just be me talking to myself. So I don't know. Here it is though. So we're here at what would be the third extension of the business. So first I talked about the garage and how that's the epicenter of the entire business and has been for a while. And it still will be. I think throughout this entire year into the next year, the garage is going to be the main place where I edit. And I said already, YouTube's our main source of income, and I've been trying to branch out onto Facebook and Instagram and get some views on there. And Instagram's been doing pretty well in the last few months, so I'm going to continue that. But there's no wrong way to make content. I wouldn't follow everything I say. I would just go and do what works for you. And that's going to be a big theme. Do what works for you. This is the storage unit that I actually rented. So we're going into our third month here. And the original price they gave me was pretty good. It was about $170 for a 10 by 20, which this is a big unit, and it was filled almost to the front originally. And this is just everything that I have left from the big storage unit, the other little storage unit. And then there's a few items that I brought in here that didn't have to do with storage. But my plan is to get everything out of here by next month, because they actually raised the rent. They raised it from $171 to $242, I believe. They added an extra like $60, $70 on the rental fee. So I think I'm going to try to get this out of here. I just paid yesterday, so I have a whole month to get everything out. Should be pretty simple. The point of being here and showing this is, if you can't afford to buy space, like say a warehouse, you can always for a time rent space or rent an office or rent a warehouse or rent whatever you need for that time period. So like maybe I don't need it when this month's up anyway, because I've been just filming all sorts of other content. It doesn't always have to do with buying storage units. So I can close out this unit, and then if I go and buy another massive unit, I can rent another storage unit from either this facility or one of the many other facilities that are around where I live. So if you rent from Extra Space Storage, the first month is free. That's a good tip. I learned that from the Storage Auction Pirate. So the first month I was here, I only paid, I think, $29 for the tax. And I did end up buying this lock, but I can take that with me. That's mine. I only actually paid 2 months and then the $30. So if I want to take all this stuff out of here and go to, close out my account, come back again, I'm not sure if they'll give you another month for free or if I'd have to go to another Extra Space facility. But there is 3 or 4 others about 15 minutes away from my house that I could rent out if I wanted to. So don't be afraid to rent something if it benefits your business, if it benefits what you're doing. Not a bad idea. It worked for me, and I think this chapter might be done here. Unless I buy something crazy in the next couple weeks, I think I'm going to close this out and then start again somewhere else. But it was very successful. It was worth it for me this time. So let's get into some stuff. I did actually write down some stuff because I want to share personal experiences with everyone watching that has gotten me to a point where if I don't stop working, I'm pretty much able to coast along and support my family and pay all my bills. If I stop working like tomorrow and just start hanging out, not making money, then all that falls apart. But if you get a good thing going and just keep going on that path, like just keep working every single day, because as a self-employed business owner, you don't get days off. So, and I'm not saying like going out and working an 8-hour shift. I'm saying like, say I had to come over here and pick up 10 things, put them in the car, break them back to the house, post them to the auction, post an Instagram video or post something on Facebook, post a YouTube video or make a thumbnail or stuff like that. It's not all physical labor, but you have to do it. It has to get done. And there's about 400 things that I could still do today that I'm not going to have time to do because I'm filming this video with everyone, with y'all. So I'm just going to sit down and go through the list of stuff that I wrote down, and maybe, you know, hopefully you guys can get something out of it. But I do think if you find something that you enjoy, and that's also a way to make money, then it works out the best across the board. So like, I just love this stuff. Like, I could sit here and just go through what's in here for the next 2 hours, like, because I haven't even really looked through these boxes. Okay, so this section, this shelf here, and everything up on the top is all Christmas stuff. So we will be doing a Christmas in April maybe auction, or Christmas in July is what I would call it, but probably an April auction for the Christmas stuff. So if people like Christmas stuff, I might actually bring a few things over so I can actually post that auction. So Christmas auction coming, maybe not the next auction, but definitely within the next month, just to put that out there. And I love, love, love junk. I love trash picking so much. It's the funnest. Like, you don't find stuff every time. Absolutely love flea markets. I was just at one yesterday. Love all of that. So if you can figure out a way to make that into a business, wow. How good is that? Like, something you already enjoy doing. And it doesn't mean that you don't work. It just means that when you're working, you're doing things that you also enjoy. And that can, you know, turn into work that you don't enjoy if you do it long enough. And if you don't, you know, take breaks and do other things. Find something you like and find a way to make money doing that. That's a piece of advice that I think is really important. All right, so I do want to just end off this video saying that this is not a blueprint for how everyone should run a business or how you could run a business and make money. I don't really think doing exactly what I do would work for everyone or even that many people. So the ingredients that I have, or the tools, or, you know, what I've learned or what I've put my time into is a lot different than most people watching. And even if it is similar, there is slight differences that could throw off the whole thing and just ruin everything. So I'm just giving some examples of how my business and our business as a team, me and my wife, has worked for us and how we've done things that work for us, and hoping to inspire other people to say, okay, I got to follow my own path and do things my own way to get to a point where that works for me. That brings me into another thing where you shouldn't listen to people too much. Taking positive advice and, you know, watching videos like this and just picking a tiny piece here and there from it that could work for your life is good. If somebody's constantly telling you, yo, you're never going to be a business owner, it's never going to work, you're not going to be able to do it, it's impossible to do this, it's impossible to do that, I would just say, okay, maybe it's impossible for you, but this is what I'm doing. So follow your own path is the most important thing. There's a difference between good advice and just advice that just totally distracts you from your plan. So like, if you have a set plan in your head and then someone's giving you all this advice and then all of a sudden you veer off from your path and start doing what they're telling you to do or doing what somebody else is doing, then all of a sudden your plan gets just demolished, and then by the time you figure that out and come looping back around, you wasted all that time doing stuff that wasn't going to work for you just because somebody else told you it would. Or you never know, somebody might just be in your ear because they want you to fail. Sometimes people that you think are out there to help you may not want you to succeed. It's okay if you're succeeding as long as you're, you know, down here and they're up here. But as soon as they see you doing something that's kind of creeping up on them or even going above them, who knows? You never know. You never know what somebody's thinking. use discretion in every situation, I would say. This is a big one. Don't be afraid to try new things. I haven't really had a problem with this through my life. I do know what works for me now and what works for our business, but trying new things is always smart. To do the auctions, let's just say, when I first started the auctions, I really didn't know if it was going to work. I thought it would just distract all my time for a minimum amount of outcome, and I didn't really want to do it. So I could give a shout out to the guy that I originally worked with from a company called Whatnot, who kind of pushed me to do my first Whatnot auction. And now we're on Drip, so it's a similar site, and I've really been liking Drip, so we're gonna be on there and stay on there. But there's nothing where I don't have any problem with Whatnot. We still have our account on there. I just think for many reasons, right now, Drip is a good home for us. It allows us to give back to our community in a different way than, say, other sites maybe would. Once I got pushed into it and did the first auction, did the second auction, and now we're into we've done 50 auctions or whatever, I realized it's just actually an extension of what we're already been doing. So if I never tried that first auction, I would never have made that realization, try new things. You never know what's going to work unless you try it. All right, I'm going to put this one at the end because it kind of goes at the end. This, I think, too, is important in business when you work for yourself because you're not getting a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. So you have to rely on the money that you make, and you have to be the one that decides how that money is used, where to use it, make sure your bills are covered, and then try to have that extra money to put back into the business. So live within your means, right? And use what you have. So it's funny because I'm using a trash can or a recycling can, a tote on top of that, and then a framed picture that came out of the storage unit to hold the tripod because I don't have a bigger tripod with me right now. So that's a great example of using what you have. Here, I'll show a video of it. Trash can, tote, picture on top, and then I put the mini tripod with the phone that I'm filming with on top of that. So use what you have, use what's at your disposal. You don't need some fancy pants equipment to make a YouTube video. You really don't. You don't need the best tools in the world to go and cut someone's lawn. You don't need a ride-on mower to cut lawn and make money from doing it. I used to use a push mower, the cheapest one that you can buy from Home Depot, and cut lawns for a real estate company and other people. It never made me a lot of money, but what I'm saying is I used the most minimal tools available to get the job done because I didn't have any money to buy big mowers or big, trailer or anything crazy in the beginning. I used my truck, bed to put the mower in. Also, if I had a bigger mower, I wouldn't have been able to pick it up and put it in the truck. So use what you have and then live within your means. This is the most important. You don't need to go out and buy a brand new anything. We just recently purchased a Chevy Tahoe after all those years of my wife using cars that were sketchy because we couldn't get to the point where we could even afford to make those payments on a car, even a used car. It's a 2016, still the nicest car we've ever owned. We absolutely love it. But I was never going to the dealership to buy a brand new car because in my mind, I personally don't think we can afford it. So why would I put us in so much debt and have these outrageous payments that I might not even be able to pay, and then eventually down the line, who knows, maybe the car would even end up getting repoed, just to make it look like I bought a brand new car. So being flashy in the business that I'm personally in only hurts you. It really does. There's no point to do it. So just live within your means. But this will be the second to last thing I have to say because I don't want to spend my whole day here talking and just bore everybody to death. But everybody has something valuable that can be monetized, and it could even be something that you truly love. But everybody has something valuable to give to society or give to the world that you can make money off of. You just have to figure out what it is, right? So there's always voids in the marketplace that need to be filled. So you just need to figure out what skill or what list of skills you already have or what skill you're able to develop that can fill those voids in the marketplace. It's weird, but because I do so many different things, I guess there is some type of void for content that I create that I've filled because there's a lot of people who watch my videos. I guess what I have to give is entertainment and personal knowledge and just exciting adventures that people want to watch. Also, just I have this. I just took this out of the box. It's a computer, I think. Dell Optiplex 3080. So there's someone out here in the world who wants this computer. Is this a computer? I guess it is, right? There's someone out there who wants this computer, who wants this piece of technology, and maybe they don't want to pay full price for it. They're going to buy it from me, or somebody's going to buy it from me, maybe on the auction, and then even put this on eBay and sell it again to somebody who's going to buy it and use it. And eventually this will be used. I mean, it's still in the box. Really, anybody can buy items, say, at a flea market and sell them again for a higher price. The void that you're filling in that is you're being the middleman of somebody, the one who's going out and actually getting those items and spending your time to go get the items, pick them, bring them back, clean them up, photograph them, put them on eBay, and then somebody can sit at their house and order the exact item that they need online, and it gets shipped right to their house. So the void that you're filling is the one who's providing that item and making it accessible to the person that's at home ordering it. So maybe they have a different career, they don't have time to go to the flea market, or they just couldn't find that same exact item anywhere around where they live. So it's just easier for them, probably more cost effective in the long run, to just order it online, have it sent right to their house, plug it in and start using it. I mean, it could be anything. People make money off of everything, literally everything. So just imagine like scrap metal, right? There's a constant, continuous need for scrap metal to be recycled and used again in other products. Depending on the kind of metal, the value goes up or down. So like light iron's the cheapest, up to like copper 1, I guess, is what they give you the most money for at the scrapyard. But like they need more copper. They need all this stuff. So that's why they're willing to write you a check. Well, they give you cash at the scrapyard right there on the spot when you bring them the metal, because there's a need for that metal. So the void that you're filling is providing the metal to the scrapyard, who then takes it, and I don't really know exactly how that works, but it gets broken down and reused again because there's a need for it. Simple as that. And then the last thing I just want to say here before I finish off is it's possible for anyone. It is possible for anyone to create a business that they can depend on and rely on to make money for them and their family, or at least for them if you're just a younger person and you don't have a family yet. It is possible. I've proven it, and I am on the very lowest rung of the ladder as like a business owner. I don't make tons of money, but I continuously make money every month, every week. I just got a check, from a little trash out job that I did. Anyone can do it, but I think a lot of people allow other people or just society in general to deter them from following their true path and doing what they want to do with their life because they're afraid that they're going to be judged. They're afraid that it's not going to work out or they're going to fail, and then they're going to have to go crawling back and say, you were right, it didn't work out. Screw all that. The only way to ever be successful is to fail continuously, but fail forward. That's a term I learned online, because I will watch some motivational stuff here and there, but fail forward. So as you're failing, continue to move forward. So like if you fail 10 times, get up 11 and just keep going. Don't ever care about that. Don't care about other people's, negativity, or just like someone telling you that it's not going to work out is never true if you're willing to take the steps and do the work to make it work out. So also just work in a continuous line. You don't have to be the hardest worker in the room, although you should be. You don't have to be the hardest worker, but if you work towards the same goal for long enough, for years, even decades, eventually it's going to work out. There's just that simple proof by almost anyone. If you fail enough times, you'll learn enough lessons to make that business work. That's it. I'm just going to drink some coffee and load up some stuff into the car and then head back to my house. But thank you all for watching the video. I still think 2024 is going to be an amazing year for me, for a lot of people, for my family, and for my business. And just, I'm going to continue to fail forward. I'm just going to continue pushing every day. And if you all like this video, you liked anything that I said, please let me know in the comments below, because I can make more content like this. I have a lot on my mind at all times that I could just spew, but I don't know if it's the right content to make. I don't know if these videos are really valuable to people. This is kind of a test. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Hit that thumbs up button, please. Also, if you have advice for other people or even me that you think would help, leave that in the comments as well. I know there's other business owners, there's other people who do what I do, that sell items, that do storage units, that do house cleanouts, do trash removal, they do scrap metal, that are on this channel, that are watching this video. So there's a lot of information that can be shared on YouTube through comments, not just through content. So leave a comment, let us know. Also, just let me know what other kind of content you guys want to see this year. So far, I have coming out a flea market video, more auctions, the auction on Thursday coming up, this Thursday. Abandoned houses. Actually, me and Eddie went and explored this place that was supposedly the home of, I don't know if I should use the term serial killer, but supposedly. We explored that place. So abandoned places, Jersey Devil content I have that I haven't released yet. Definitely more storage units, definitely yard sales, flea markets, and then trash picking for sure. The season hasn't hit yet, but that's going to be a big thing coming. So let me know what you guys want to see. And if there's any other new ideas, feel free to share them too. Peace out, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Stay up. Coffee before claims. All right, I already ended the video and said that it was going to be the end, but how do you not stop and check this out? I had to. I had no choice. Wow, look at this leaf table. Wow. A whole box of books. Wow, the book game is strong. Some of these are actually epic. I have so many books though already. The Ottoman Centuries. See, I got so much stuff to do, but this is just a great example of what I was just talking about. All this stuff in the trash, there's a $100 to $200 worth of items right here that 100%. Wow. I gotta take this box. No, I didn't just come up on this.